Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Double Double. I think we're on number 9, and I'm going to talk about technology. So, yeah, don't rely on it too much. So, yeah, tech and culture, they're pretty intertwined. And because, we're in the modern era, it's a huge thing. So, everything is a part of our technology. Is just a big part of our lives, from the roads to the cars, transportation, our phones, headphones. Everything's all intertwined with like technology, and yeah, everybody's affected by it. So it's supposed to like work for us, right? The goal is to make work more efficient over time, right? To create cheaper devices that keep us all together. But here we are in the modern era where business, capitalism, government, society, and we're all moving at once. So it's really hard to like really hone down on things, like where each sector has their own motives and their own interests, whether it's to make a profit, to keep people safe, or to keep people connected. So there's so many things going on, and it's kind of messy. Some of the points I wanted to touch on are like connection with family working abroad. That was like the main way that I saw phones and computers being used to like bridge that space between people, that distance, So bring in those connections and bring in those working people, all, like family members that are working abroad, and just keeping them on the loop of things and just what's happening in the village, what's happening in their town, or with the friends, friends and families. So yeah, the phone and internet connection is a very valuable thing, and yeah, it brings people together. So so how can we use technology to integrate into new cultures? You can definitely use it to like access language books, translation apps, maps, and hear different stories between those countries, current and past cultural events, look at memes and videos and social media, and a lot more. So it is important to learn about the culture. And these are pretty awesome tools and for learning, but actually going and visiting that country in total immersion is like nothing else. So that's like the beauty of travel and like real human connection. But yeah, you'll have like Meta. There was a news article that they just dropped like $80 billion on the failed like metaverse project, which is kind of crazy because that's a lot of money. And yeah, it just seemed like they wanted to replace like human interaction with their technology. And yeah, they're probably just going to gather the data and sell it. Yeah, no, it's still a lot of money down the drain. So yeah, people do want to see the world. People do want to travel. And yeah, all that, like tech is super important. Like technology and video games, they do create culture, creativity, and community. But trying to replace that is kind of silly, So like the games like Pokemon or Guitar Hero or Wii Sports or Mario Kart, SpongeBob for like TV. Yeah, tech is like super cool as like a secondary lever to like bring people together, but to replace human interaction is kind of crazy. But yeah, using like a game or something can really like have something to talk about, or having two people relate to something, and I think that's a pretty cool thing. And physical technology is also such an interesting thing, like cell phones and like handhelds, like a Nintendo DS or a 3DS or the Switch 2 phones and TV. It is really such an interesting way to interact with the culture. And yeah, like watching rugby with like your village or some friends, watching rugby off of a phone, or a soccer match, football match. Yeah, so there's this economic, like, what would you call it? Economic theory, yeah, where like when things become commercialized, like there's a higher supply, which means that they're supposed to be cheaper over time, but it's as we can see, nothing's really cheap right now. But you have all these like extra efficiencies from these business people, and these mass assembly lines that are supposed to like create cheaper goods. And I mean, vehicles, they actually do have a process called, what was it, Jidoka? It's automation with human touch, where the workers are actually encouraged to like stop the line if there are any issues. So it just has better quality control, improved quality control, speeds up the process, and just has a better overall product at the end. And this is kind of like how restaurants are structured too. They have line cooks that they specialize in working on a certain thing to push out food faster. And yeah, with these improved speeds and efficiencies, it means that prices can be a little bit cheaper, but it's supposed to, but nothing's really cheap as we can see. The only thing that was actually cheaper from looking at like the data is TVs, which is really weird. But I mean, yeah, there's more layers to this. I don't know the full story. I'm not an expert on this, but yeah, there's a lot of moving parts, as I said earlier. But like humans and technology, so like where does this place humans in this world of technology? So yeah, robots, it's like all of the physical labor roles, where like some ex machina or iRobot. I don't know. But yeah, I think humans will always have to play a role in this shift towards like what we're seeing right now. Yeah, I mean, companies are trying to justify all these layoffs with the cost savings of AI, but it seems like they're regretting a lot of the decisions in trying to replace humans with AI, because there's a lot of shortcomings with AI. And yeah, humans still need to play a role in this. One unsuccessful example was Duolingo. They definitely had a lot of backlash when they fired a lot of their employees or independent contractors to push more AI to create lessons. And there's a lot of like errors or just things that just wouldn't really exist in a normal conversation or learning scenario. So yeah, just trying to replace humans completely with AI is just not it. I mean, you can reduce the staff a little bit, but replacing AI, yeah, this just shows that the value and importance of human beings. So I mean, AI is a great tool, but yeah, keep it as a tool, So yeah, using technology as a tool and just learning to live manually is also a cool skill to have. So a little bit of my experience abroad, whenever your technology will just fail you. I've broken a phone. I've broken this laptop right here. Had to get it repaired. And yeah, having like physical, more manual life to do things is a great option, So like not relying on your Google or Apple Calendar, or just being able to like write things down, with like a pen, like pen and paper. That's such a powerful thing. Taking photos with a like digital camera, because what if your phone is full of pictures already? You have to keep deleting and all these other things that you have to consider. But with a digital camera, you have an SD card, and you can buy an SD card for like $20. So yeah, you could also, it's also just going to make you have like more unique interactions with people too. Like, okay, I don't have a phone. How am I going to hail a cab? I'm going to have to talk to some locals, ask them for their phone. Okay, they said they don't want to share their phone. Then I'll have to go to a hotel, and then they can they can do the call for me and hail me a cab, So there's so many different things that you can do, and you'll definitely be more present if you just use technology as a tool, But yeah, once you take tech away from the situation and you can like really learn to live without it and just use it as a tool, you're going to interact with more people and engage with life itself a lot more. And yeah, just use tech as a tool, but yeah, don't rely on it too much, And yeah, at the end of the day, people are craving community. Like after COVID, everybody's craving community more than anything. That's why you see like all these run clubs or like these dinners or yeah, it's people want to hang out. And yeah, that's why like 2015, 2016 was such a big, important part of tech too, because it was kind of like the point where phones and technology were pretty good. You can play Pokemon Go and meet people. You were still going outside catching Pokemon and meeting and to get like playing the game. And you could also watch a YouTube video. You know, the phones were fast enough to watch a YouTube video, and you could even text your friends and like FaceTime them. So it was like, that's pretty solid, you know. But yeah, the point is tech is incredibly important, and if you just use it as a tool to connect with people and hang out, like, hey, let's meet up, let's hang out, then it could be a very great tool, you know. And just use it for research, travel to new places, and learn about different cultures and people, you know. And use pen and paper. Pen and paper is so cheap, and you can do like little doodles and put your own little creative twist on things. So if you don't have it, you can just try and memorize it. That's also a very good skill to have. And talking to people, and yeah, then it'll be very interesting. Less reliance on tech. So but yeah, just use tech as a tool, and I think things should be cool. But yeah, so thanks again for watching or listening to this episode of Double Double. I'll see you on the next episode.